Hello, and welcome to this Tech Tip Talk where we're going to be focusing in on Learn Platform. In this presentation, I'm going to be taking you quickly through how to access the library and finding specific products that may be exactly what you're looking for. Maybe you need help with math or you're looking for something to aid in homework. We're going to look through a couple of products and how to utilize the filters to identify exactly what you're looking for. Then we're going to look at the comparing of products feature within Learn Platform. So maybe you are considering two different products, two different websites, whatever it may be, and you want to compare them. We're going to look at that feature. And then finally, we're going to look at identifying and requesting products that may have not been reviewed yet within Learn Platform. We're going to kind of quickly go through that process as well. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started with accessing the library. So the first thing you would want to do is the way that I typically will access the Learn Platform page is from the Knox County Schools website. We are highlighting the tab that is identified by staff and get that drop-down menu. There's this links hyperlink there. It will take you to online services for staff. And down at the bottom, if you'll scroll down, you'll get the Learn Platform login. Now, when I click on it, it's going to already have had me logged into the Learn Platform system. But for you, if it'll be the first time that you ever logged in, then you'll sign in with Google. You're going to get brought to the Knox County School District Library. You can see it identified over here. And then there's the My Library down below. We'll talk about that briefly at the end if we have time. But if you're looking at the district library, what you're going to see is all of the different platforms, websites, anything that has already been put into the system for Knox County Schools and requested to be reviewed. As you're just glancing over these, you can see the ones that are green have been approved for use. What that means is that they have been entered into the system, a team has reviewed it, and then they have been approved for use either by the teachers or by the teachers and with students. You'll also see the red ones are reviewed and denied. That means that that program or that product was reviewed. It didn't meet one of the needed features to be approved in Knox County Schools, so it was denied. So if you're looking for something in particular and you see that red reviewed and denied, then you know that it is not going to be allowed to be utilized within Knox County Schools. If we scroll down, I wonder if there's any here in the quick. You may see a product. There's one, perfect. You may see a product that says pending, and that means that has been submitted for review, and it is in the middle of the reviewing process currently. So if it's yellow, you know it is pending. Okay, but what we're going to focus on today is a lot of teachers will go straight to the Learn Platform just to get a product approved, but there's also the ability to identify programs that are and resources that are already been approved if you have in mind exactly what you're looking for. And to do that, to identify the specific platforms that we're looking for, we want to utilize this filter system up at the top. Okay, you can have the defined user. So if you're looking for something specifically approved for pre-K through fifth graders, you could click that and it's going to filter all of the applications, all of the websites that have been approved in Knox County Schools or at least reviewed in Knox County Schools by our for pre-K through fifth graders. And so you can scroll through and see there's Blooket that my kids absolutely love. There's BrainPop, all of these things that have been approved, Canva, all of these things that fit into those categories. Okay, I'm going to unclick that for now. Okay, and so that may not be as specific as you want to drill down the information into, but if we click on category, now we get a whole long list of different things that we may specifically be looking for. For example, if I scroll down through here towards the bottom, I'm going to get what we want to focus on. There's special education. All of these applications have been approved, or at least been reviewed for Knox County Schools for special education. If I only wanted to look at the ones that had been approved, I could come over here to approval status and click approve for use. And now I'm only looking at applications, resources specifically for special education. Okay. So I'm going to click out of special education. And while those two filters are two useful filters, I feel like define user and category, the one that a lot of teachers utilize the most would be subject, right? So I'm a math teacher. I am specifically looking for math resources that have been approved for use by Knox County Schools. I can come to Learn Platform, click subject within this library, and I can scroll all the way down. You can see all of our subjects are covered in here. I can go all the way down to mathematics. Okay. Now, when I click mathematics, it's going to highlight all of these 4 categories. If I didn't want to anything dealing with geometry, I can just as easily unclick that box and remove it. But for now, I'll leave it checked. And so now I'm looking at, because this is still on approved for use, I'm looking at all approved websites and resources in Knox County Schools that I may utilize within the classroom. So again, there's Blooket, Calculator, all these couple of different calculators in there. A lot of these different, GeoGebra just recently has been approved. I have all these different options. Now, when I highlight over top of them, I get a couple of different options: details, grade, compare, and request. Details, if I click on it, it's just going to give you some basic information, like what is the actual application about. Okay, so you can see that BrainPop Junior is designed specifically for K through 3. We didn't change that filter, so it's still on all. So if we wanted to just focus on applications that were for a specific grade level, like 9th or 10th, we'd have to go back on the previous filter page and change that. But this is a resource that's K through 3. You can see the website is already hyperlinked here, and I get this description about what exactly BrainPop Junior gives you. Okay. Over here, you can see no grades yet. Think of grades kind of like a review, like Google review. So if it has no grade, that means no teachers have gone in here and say, I love this or I hate it or whatever. This specific thing has no grades. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go and I'm going to drill this down even more. So I'm going to click on education level and I'm going to look at high school math. So now we're looking at specific things that are just designed for mathematics within the high school classroom. And so let's say I want to consider Google Sheets. I'm going to click compare, and I want to consider it with, what would be a good one? We can do iReady. Okay. And so what it is going to do is if I am actually considering 2 different products and which ones I want to use, it's going to throw those compare resources down here at the bottom. I can do up to 5 to compare them, but I can do as little as 2. And when I click on compare, now some of this information may not be completely filled out, but it will give you a brief overview and description of it. So you can see here's my description and here's specifically what categories it falls into. Purpose of use, so iReady is an assessment tool. Google Sheets, because of its diversity, is going to be unknown. And you can see teachers have gone in here and identified what they would rate iReady in their opinion, and this takes the average of it. And Google Sheets has not been rated or graded. Okay, but if you have 2 resources that you are considering, that gives you a good idea of comparing their information. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click clear all. Now I'm going to remove all of these filters and go back to the beginning. Okay, so now let's say that I have identified something specific that I'm looking for, but it's not on here. So I'm going to type in math games. So I'm looking for approved math games within the Knox County school systems. You can see that these 3 have been reviewed and all of them have been denied. But down here at the bottom, you're going to get 75 more results in the Learn Community Library. If I click Show Results, it's going to show you products that were not in the Knox County Library, but are within the Learn platform itself, that I can have reviewed if I feel like they are valuable uses of information. So what's going to happen, or useful tools in the classroom. So what's going to happen is, let's say that I want to do Dino and elementary school math. If I click request, it's going to say, who's requesting this product? That's me. Product name, select the organization, Knox County School District, and it's going to automatically launch this form. It's going to walk me through a list of questions. I'm going to fill out all of those questions and click submit. When I click submit, it's going to get sent to our review team for approval or denial, and you'll get notified either way. Okay, but this is just another option for if you don't find anything in the Knox County School District Library. This is a good way to come through here and see, okay, maybe there's another product or another resource that I can utilize in the classroom to get the goal accomplished of what I'm trying to get done. I hope that you have found this information very helpful, and if you have any questions, please reach out to the EdTech Liaison.